Now to the race for Pennsylvania's 13th district. It was a fight between national political powers and local politics. And if the old saying is all politics is local, well, then it certainly happened here. State Rep Brendan Boyle beat a former member of Congress, Marjorie Margolis, in that Democratic primary, and he won by double digits. Margolis lost despite getting some powerful support from her in-laws, Hillary and Bill Clinton. Well, joining me now is the new Democratic nominee from Pennsylvania's 13th House District, Brendan Boyle. Mr. Boyle, congratulations to you, sir.
Oh, thank you, Chuck. Great to be with you.
So let me ask you this. I mean, is it as simple as local politics trump national politics, generational? What do you believe helped you win and overcome somebody who had a lot of national ties, a lot of obviously powerful help from very popular people in your district, the Clintons?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just one or two things. The local aspect of it certainly helped. Also, our message, the fact that I focused on income inequality and what I call the forgotten middle class. We were very disciplined and systematic about that from beginning to end. Also, as unsexy as this may sound, good old-fashioned hard work. I mean, I spent 13 months myself. My brother is also a state representative, knocking on doors, literally. Some people thought that we couldn't run a grassroots campaign for Congress, and we were able to show actually you could do that. And I stood on my feet all 13 hours yesterday at a polling location in a neighborhood of Philadelphia, asking people for their vote, and they appreciated that I was in their face, that I'd showed up before, that they thought that I shared their values and would fight for them. And in the end, people want that, not celebrity.
Now, there seem to be a lot of attacks on you having to do on the issue of choice. Last night, NARAL, Pro-Choice America, put out this statement after your victory, saying this: Brendan Boyle spent much of his campaign tap dancing around votes he took that would throw roadblocks in front of women seeking reproductive health care for one reason only. He knows those positions are losing ones. Let me ask you on some of these positions. Are you in favor of some restrictions on abortions, and what restrictions are those?
No, I'm pro-choice. I support Roe versus Wade. I think that my positions on my votes on these issues were mischaracterized. There were a couple votes that related after the Dr. Kermit Gosnell situation here in Philadelphia, when his facility hadn't been inspected for 20 years, right, because the state health department hadn't had any inspections, and there was no state mandate to do any inspections. I thought that was reasonable, and had there been inspections, 2 women who ultimately died would still be alive today. But I also recognize that the seat was held by a very able and capable female congresswoman. There were 2 very strong female candidates in the race, and so if you're part of the D.C. insider groups and want to support a woman elected and don't want to choose between 2 of the leading women, attacking the guy who surged the first is probably a good way to help both of them, and I think that had more to do with it than anything else.
Let me ask you, being in the minority in Congress, which is likely what you'll end up being, you're going to be the heavy favorite in the general election. What do you hope you can get done?
Well, first of all, that's no different for me now. I'm in the minority as a state house Democrat here in Pennsylvania, and we just showed recently at the state level a few months ago that we actually can come together and get big pieces of legislation done. I know at the national level we haven't had a transportation bill forever. Here at the state level, we hadn't had one in 16 years, and a number of us, about 50 Democrats, 50 Republicans, joined together in the state house and passed a massive compromise transportation bill that, again, didn't make ultra-conservatives or ultra-liberals happy, but it actually got the job done and achieved progress. I hope that can be a roadmap for Washington, D.C., which is obviously suffering from a lot of dysfunction right now.
All right, Brendan Boyle, the new Democratic nominee from PA 13, a heavy favorite in the general. Don't ever count your chickens, but there you go. Mr. Boyle, thanks for coming on this morning.
All right. Thank you.